In February 1899, on a quiet bridge just outside Manila, a single gunshot cracked the night air. By morning, two nations were at war. What followed was one of the most overlooked, and fiercely contested, conflicts in American and Philippine history, the Philippine-American War. To understand this war, we have to go back a year earlier. For more than 300 years, the Philippines had been a Spanish colony. But by 1896, Filipino revolutionaries, led by Emilio Aguinaldo, rose up in armed rebellion. When the Spanish-American War broke out in 1898, Filipino and American forces briefly became allies against Spain. Spain was defeated, and Filipino leaders declared independence on June 12, 1898. The new Philippine Republic believed freedom had finally arrived. But behind closed doors in Paris, Spain signed a very different agreement. In the Treaty of Paris, Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States for $20 million. The Philippines had changed rulers, but not gained freedom. Tensions grew as American troops remained in Manila and refused to recognize the Philippine Republic. On February 4, 1899, near San Juan Bridge, an American sentry shot a Filipino soldier. Fighting erupted almost instantly. By dawn, the war had begun. The United States claimed it was bringing order, education, and democracy. Filipino revolutionaries saw it as foreign occupation. The conflict quickly spread across the islands. At first, the war looked conventional. Filipino forces, led by Aguinaldo, fought in open battles. But they were outmatched by American firepower, training, and supplies. By late 1899, the war entered a second, deadlier phase: guerrilla warfare. Filipino fighters blended into villages and jungles, launching surprise attacks. In response, American forces adopted harsh counterinsurgency tactics, burning villages, relocating civilians, and imposing food controls. The war became brutal on both sides. Civilians suffered the most. Entire communities were forced into reconcentration camps to separate fighters from civilians. Disease and hunger spread quickly. In some regions, especially Batangas and Samar, destruction was widespread. After a deadly attack on American soldiers in Samar in 1901, U.S. General Jacob Smith ordered troops to turn the island into a howling wilderness, a command that shocked even Americans back home. In the United States, newspapers and politicians debated the war fiercely. Some defended it as America's duty. Others called it a betrayal of the nation's own anti-colonial ideals. In March 1901, the war took a decisive turn. Using deception, American forces captured Emilio Aguinaldo in a daring raid. A month later, Aguinaldo swore allegiance to the United States and urged Filipinos to lay down their arms. While fighting continued in some regions, organized resistance weakened. On July 4, 1902, the United States officially declared the war over. But the cost had been staggering. Over 4,000 American soldiers died. At least 20,000 Filipino combatants were killed. Hundreds of thousands of civilians died from violence, disease, and famine. Though peace was declared, resistance and unrest continued in parts of the Philippines for years. After the war, the United States established a colonial government, building schools, roads, and institutions, but ultimate power remained American. Full Philippine independence would not come until 1946, after World War II. Today, the Philippine-American War is remembered as a struggle for self-determination, one shaped by hope, betrayal, courage, and immense human cost. This was not just a war of bullets and battles. It was a clash of ideals, between empire and independence, power and freedom. And its echoes still shape Philippine-American relations to this day. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.